This is Black Views, bringing you the Black News. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Foundational Black Americans all day long. Foundational Black Americans, the most beautiful people. The people that bring the flavor to the state. Foundational Black Americans. I love it. Foundational Black Americans. This is Black Commentary. This is Black Views. Okay, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. So I'm not going to take too long today. The video may not be as long, so we're going to get right to the point. Okay, so we saw the election, we saw the inauguration, and now we officially have a new president. President Trump is now at the helm. How should you feel as a foundational Black American? What should be your path in this world? What should be your path in America, and how you go about politically, how you go about financially, and how you should deal with this new administration in the next 4 years? Well, we always have to start with understanding that neither Democrat or Republicans are our friends. As foundational Black Americans, we can only hope to basically latch on to the things that benefit us, as all groups do. All immigrant groups that come to America, they're not in particular loyal to any party. No, they're going to go with what's going to be best for them, their family, and their group as a people, because they love their people. Just like I love foundational Black Americans. I love you. I love you. My grandparents, my parents, my aunts and uncles. I love you. Miss Wright, Viola. I love you. Growing up in the Washington, D.C. area, you know, I think I had more good times than bad times. You know, we were hard headed. We thought we were thorough. We thought we were the cutting edge of being young Black men. Growing up in the 90s, well, I'll say I was 18 in the 90s. So I probably really grew up in the 70s and the 80s. And then I became an adult in the 90s. So I was able to enjoy the 90s from a legal standpoint. And then I enlisted in the military, United States Marine Corps. It's one of the great things for me. You know, everybody's different. Some people, the military is not for them. But the military provided me an option to get away from where I grew up and to grow, to be on my own. You know, maybe my father being a Marine, that maybe that had something to do with it also. But it gave me a different perspective, a different side of just seeing how things work, because I was able to travel around, see different people from different places, and know what brother at arms means. Like I mean, it's a lot going on. When you look at Twitter today, and you see all you have a lot of good information, but there's also a lot of disinformation. There's a lot of people out there that are just saying things to get clicks. A lot of so-called what I would consider suspected white supremacists. They love Twitter. They like to put false information, false charts. I mean, you name it, man. They just put any damn thing up there for the benefit of just causing confusion. And if you are not a person that understands your culture, understands who you are as foundational Black Americans, and understanding the creations of inventions and our ingenuity and how we took nothing and created something. We took scraps of what was given to us. Scraps. You have to understand that chattel slavery, I mean, these people were bound. These people didn't have options. They were told what to do. They created a system by where you had coonery going on. They created coonery. They created that because that was the monetization to keep slavery in place. So, whenever there was a revolt or somebody get to rise up and start to talk about some plans they want to do to liberate themselves, then that's when the coonery came in. Hey, I can keep you gonna eat better, you're gonna live better, and you're gonna do better because you're going to inform me of these type of things that are going on down in I guess in the slave quarters, what they're talking about all day. So this caused this division uh between internally with Black people, because you want to thrive, you want to survive, and unfortunately, there were a lot of brothers and sisters that took that route because that's the only way they saw for them to live. So they had to click into an individual mindset to survive. So that's why even when I know coons are our greatest setbacks, still understand why they do what they do. It's the outsiders, the tethers, those that are on the outside that's doing it to us. The tether. It's almost like he love you. Of course, he loves the white supremacists because that's who pretty much he looks at himself as a wounded dog, and the you know the oppressors have saved him. So in his mind, he don't want to hear shit about what we talking about because he know his whole existence is because that's of the oppressor. And if I got to define to you who the oppressor is, then I mean you don't belong on this channel because it's like algebra now. It's like trigonometry. We got the formula already, so we're not gonna go all the way back and work our way up. What's a foundational Black American? What's this? What's that? No, 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 no. We late in the game. We're late in the game. So today I wanted to talk about the new presidency, the new administration, and what it meant to us. How we got to roll with this shit because you see a lot of things that he ran on Trump. When I say he, talking about Trump, where he ran on that we agree with. You see some of these things that are happening that are still racist rhetoric. That's racist. You still see the people that he support. He gave pardons to those people that pretty much attacked the Capitol. Because I know if it was a group of Black people that did that, I mean, the game is over. But here are some of the things that I could work with because it benefits foundational Black Americans. There are going to be people that want you to believe that immigrants are friends to Black people because we are all minorities. Having immigration does not benefit Black people because they're outsourcing to these people, most likely at a lower rate, to undermine you and continue to have your children in the streets. shooting and killing, and dealing with all types of buffoonery. And see, that was one of the things with the LGBT community that I just don't agree with. If that's something that you want to be, when I say LGBT community, okay, you have people that are gay, you have people that are straight, but then you have this other little thing over here. This thing of degeneracy where it's just a whole lot involved that I believe that hurts our youth, because when they have to go and compete for jobs and they have to go out here and compete with these other groups for financial wages, black people have to be on point because of racism in our industries, because they look at you the least. You see, when they see, John and they see Sally, they look attractive to them. You see, because they are doing the hiring. That's why we need reparations so we can create our own black industries to support our own communities. Now let's go back a little bit. I know I get all over the place, but let me get back on what I was talking about with Trump. Here are some of the things that benefit us. The border security, reinstatement of construction of the U.S. Mexico border wall, and deploy the troops to the southern border. Why? Because that's going to stop out immigration. Okay, that's going to stop out immigration. That's going to also hopefully keep them in their own country. Okay, and hey, Trump even decided to make the cartels an official enemy of the United States so that we can assist Mexico in fighting the cartel so they can stay in their homes in their beautiful lands of Mexico. Mexico, don't get it twisted. Mexico is not I mean, it is disgusting in so many ways, but it's a beautiful place. And once the cartel is gone and all the corruption is gone, then those people can live in their lands and they can thrive. You see, this ain't about hate, bruh. This is about us thriving. We can't thrive because there's so many layers of bullshit that's on top of us so that we can thrive. What keeps an immigrant from wanting to come here? Fixing his motherfucking homeland. That's what keeps him from wanting to come here. And then come and live in our communities and take up our fucking resources. And then when your mother, your grandmother needs something from HRS, it's all sapped out. And then you got your governor, a black governor, by the way, in Maryland, by the way, that wants to raise your taxes. And he's a tether, by the way. And we're going at a $2 billion deficit in the state of Maryland, by the way, because of the sanctuary city, by the way. Okay, so let's move on. Mass deportation. This is what he ran on. And then as far as economy and trade, tariffs. Like I told you, I was here during the 70s and the 80s and the 90s when America pretty much worked at a certain efficiency where if a job required 8 people, they could afford to have 10. We're now working at a status where a job that requires 10 people, we have 5. So those people that are in the trenches, that are working 40 hours a week, 80 hours. No, I ain't gonna say 80 hours, but you understand what I'm saying. At a low rate, this helps. Tariffs impose universal baseline tariffs on most foreign products with potential increases. Think about that. This other people's shit coming into our country that we purchase to help their economies and stabilize their environments. Energy policy. Declare a national energy policy to lift restrictions on oil, gas exploration, and the aiming of energy. I mean, like, why wouldn't you want this shit? Even if we didn't do well at that, it will give us an opportunity to, as a country. And this is why I truly believe. And I'm only going by the evidence. And you're gonna hear a lot of people talk about FBA, we love Republicans. I'm not about the Republic. I have to look at the policies though. I truly believe that a country has been hampered to suffer so that it will cause confusion. I believe that because it's no way when I look at these policies, tax reforms, propose eliminating federal taxes on tips, social security benefits. I mean, think about this. All these things that they're talking about. Why would you tax somebody on social security benefits? I mean, they already work to get the damn social security. So why would you tax them for it? Okay. Healthcare. I mean, there's just so many things. Okay, social policy, LGBTQ rights, implemented in federal ban on gender affirming care for minors. Like, yeah, this is crazy, and this is one of the reasons that really turned me off with the Democrats because you want to indulge into this. What is LGBTQ? Okay, LGBTQ. Okay, you have gay people, you got straight people, and guess what? We are aware. We know that gay people exist. I respect him as far as I see him. Hey, how you doing, sir? You know, blah, blah, blah. Boom. Keep it moving. You know, if you go to an interview on a job, we're gonna talk about, can they do this? Can they do, you know what I'm saying? These are the things. And also let me explain to you with DEI. They talk about diversion, something and inclusion. Okay. Think about this for a second. The only people that have benefited from this are immigrants and white people. And people that want to be white. That is all who benefits from affirmative action to DEI. And constantly, you keep hearing suspected white supremacists use black people as proxies. So that everything that they're doing, they just keep saying black people. It's not us. Listen, we're only, what is it, 48, 43 million black people, 12% of the population. I mean, even if the country just totally decided to say, yeah, we're just going to take care of every black person, it wouldn't even put a dent into our economy because you're already doing that right now over in Ukraine. You're doing that. I mean, and I'll say this, what I can say that I can appreciate from this president is that he, at least to me, I'm learning a lot of things because he's breaking down to me. If you listen to him talk, he's talking about all the things of which America has been ripped off of. I mean, no other president is talking about this. And like I said, I'm not Republican and I'm not Democrat. But what I am doing is I am surveying choices and policies that benefit foundational black Americans. That's what I'm doing. That's all I'm doing. Okay. So you have to look at those things and you have to say to yourself, okay, that was versus what? A tax break, um, LGBT. I mean, what I can't even think of anything significant that the Democrats were running off of. And the more and more you look at it, it was just, it was almost as if they thought they had this in a pocket and that they could just throw some rappers up there and have some dumb black pundits get up there and say ridiculous things, and it's so embarrassing to me because even though we're not monolithic, we still look I still kind of look at I look at other black people as my kings, my brothers and sisters who are in the struggle together, trying to do better and trying to work their way out of a situation. So I root for other black people. Yes, yes. I'm the guy that looks at the boxer and I see the black one and I'm like, that's my man. If he foundational black American, that's my man. If they say he from Cincinnati, that's my man. If they say he from LA, that's my man. If they say he from DC, that's my man. If they say he from Miami, yeah, that's my man. Any foundational black American that I would see as a boxer or whatever, that's my man. Why? Because I most likely shared his struggle. Yes, I shared his struggle. Even on a level where I worked in corporate situation with certain clearances. and having to deal with these people. And you'd be surprised to know that what they don't know. You know, in your mind, you think they are smart. You think they have knowledge of things that they don't, bro. This is why shit ain't even working right out here. Because there are a lot of people in places that don't know what they're doing. There are a lot of people in places that are just there for the sake of getting paid. And during my time, you know, as working young man working in IT, um, also as a bouncer, you know, so I had an opportunity, you know, I worked as a bouncer and I worked in IT. I worked at bouncers at night and I worked in IT during the day. So I understand customer service. I was in the military, spent time in the military. I understand hierarchies, chain of command. I get all of this. So when I'm here to tell you that the game is rigged, it's motherfucking rigged. You can do everything right. It's motherfucking rigged. That's why we need our own set of toys. Give us our reparation. We even if you don't give us land and you give us a reparations, we can buy land. And let's create our little industries, our little shops, because you know what the problem is? They are going to buy from us because they don't have the ingenuity that we have. Right now, we don't even have. Listen, there are groups of black people that don't have to go and get a college education. If you set some brothers out here with some materials, some trucks, and you just let them sit there for 30 days, you come back, that's you're gonna have some shit on your hands. That's what black people was about. Remember, black people never had education before they had inventions. They never had an education. They just have a mental vibe to understand mechanics and reason with logic. Excuse the back today. Okay, so I want to show you my next scene here. I want to go to the next scene, and I want to show you here are some of the things that are controversial that still make you think to yourself. You might say to yourself, "Oh, there's some great things that Trump is doing," but then you see this. You see this, and you ask yourself, "What the fuck?" He hits you with the sign of fidelity, then he throws it out there, bro. Come on, come on. The hand of the heart is my brother. I love you, and this is and then that's the salute. Now, they're different. You know, in modern time, we're not talking about 1,000 years ago. We're not talking about 400 years. No, 400 years ago. We're talking about modern time. That salute is used by the Nazis. That salute, bro. You can't tell me that was by accident, that was an overreaction, or that was a you have these people I hear them on, in Tariq Nasheed spaces want to try to tell you that's some type of fucking no, that is an intentional salute. So what does this mean? See, this is the type of shit have you scratching your motherfucking head. This is why you can't put all your love into these people, man. You can't trust them by what they say. And you can only move on what they do. Cause see, you don't have total enough to control, but you have options to move within the system that benefits you. So this is why I say foundational black Americans cannot be emotional when it comes to politics. Okay? It's just like your favorite football player. Oh yeah, yeah, we got the week. He's out there, doing the job for the team, you know, uh, giving it to him. But then you find out he's at home beating on, yeah, I ain't even gonna say who, but he's doing things he shouldn't be doing. So it's the same thing where you might say, yeah, Elon Musk, yeah, but look what he's doing. And this is what you have to go with. You only have to go by what they can do to benefit you. Only what they can do to benefit you. You cannot get emotionally tied into these type of heathens. Do you understand what I'm saying? Look at that. That is an intentional salute. He's at attention, most likely feet at 45, 45, and he giving it. So let's move on to the to my next little scene here. All right, now the first one was Republican. That was Elon Musk. Now here's a Democrat. Look what she's doing. No matter your immigration status, it's important for you to know your rights. If you ever have an encounter with immigration enforcement agency like ICE, make sure to stay informed so that you can protect yourself. Okay, so a lot of people can call this aiding and abetting. I just think that here we are, we live in a country. That's why I say, and this is why when you hear Trump say that there are people that hate America, like you're literally telling other people how to break into America to get free shit. They don't have a job when they got here. And if there's somebody here telling them we have a job for you if you get here, that's illegal. Also, here goes a congressman. This looks like collusion, right? Because she's telling them how they can stay. What are they coming here for? Who's telling them to come? She's telling them, you have constitutional rights. Do not open the door if an immigration agent is knocking. Pay attention to that. Now, if I were to go down here and I knew these guys robbed a bank. I knew they robbed. They did something illegal. I'm not even gonna say bank. They did something illegal. Black guys, black guys in DC, PG County, however you want. Black guys. And I'm telling them, if the police knock at the door, don't open it. Look, do not open the door if an immigration agent is knocking. If you are inside of your house, show the card through the window or slide it under the door. Show the card. Remember, she's telling them who can get away with that shit. Who do you know can get away with not opening the door? I'm just gonna slide my license under the damn under the door. This sounds crazy, right? Doesn't this sound? This sounds like the beginning of an escalation of a situation. Police banging at your door, telling you to come on outside. You don't open the door. You just slide your license under the door. See what I'm saying? It doesn't translate for Americans to get away with this. So how does it look for a congressman telling you of Texas? This is why Texas is going through what they're going through, telling you, oh yeah, you just don't open the door. Just slide your ID into there, right? So how are they going to get the ID back? Anyway, do not answer any questions from a legal immigration agent if they try to talk to you. You have the right to remain silent. Yes, you have the right to remain silent. Okay, think about it. This is what she's not telling you. You have committed a crime, or they have reason to believe that you committed a crime. You're going to jail. So you can remain silent. You still going to jail. Same thing here. If they broke down the door and they have reason to believe, because they've already banging at my door, so they have some reason to believe that me, I am in there. They're going to come in there to get me. But how is it that an immigrant can be safely able to do these things and not have to worry about being tased? You see, this is why we have problems. Okay, do not ask any questions from from an immigration agent if they try to talk to you. You have the right to remain silent. Do not sign anything. without first speaking to a lawyer. You have the right to speak with a lawyer. Yeah, down at the station. Okay. Because you already told them don't open the door, right? It's not, see, this doesn't fly, bro. I don't know who is giving them this information. This is a congressperson. Here you go. If you are outside of your house, show this card to the agent. Ask agent if you are free to leave. And if they say you can leave, no, he's not. They're not going to let you leave. You see, once again, she's going to run on. I don't expect her to be in Congress. This is why I say the Democrats are done or through because these people are delusional. They created a culture within themselves. This is what Biden allowed them to do. He allowed that. That's why he was out of his mind for like 4 years. He was out of his mind. Biden allowed them to create a culture to make them think this can be done. And because no one came down on them or they didn't get any reproach for these actions, they felt that, oh wow, we could do this. I can feel emotional about the law. I can be emotional. People care about my feelings when it comes to the law. That's what the Democratic Party teaches you. They set you up for failure. This is why you have so many young kids that can get detained by the police and feel they don't have to say anything. They don't have to cooperate. They don't have to. You see what I'm saying? Like, even though they broke the law, they don't have to. This is a culture that was created by the Democrats. And the reason why I say this is because, look, do not sign anything without first speaking to a lawyer. You have the right to speak to a lawyer. And last but not least, if you are outside your house, show this card to an agent. Act the agent. Yeah, right. Whatever. Yeah. Y'all can believe that. Y'all can believe that that is going to work for you if you want. Okay. I'm not going. It's not a video that I wanted to play. This is what I call my optic session. Optics. 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 How things are looking on national uh television here. Now you see, a lot of people are going to sit here and they're going to say, "Yeah, Trump was talking to Trump. I'm sorry, Obama was talking to Trump, and they look like they were friends, and they look like shit. What was this all about? People have been betrayed because these people are here, are having a good time. But see, there's something more sinister, even deeper, about this particular photograph, especially when it comes to black men. It's like typical shit, bro. You know, when you look at the set of presidents, every president has their wife with them, but the black one. Where's the black woman? Where is the backbone of the Democratic Party? Why was she not present to support her man? Like she knew he going to this thing by himself. And she could not support him. This is not about being seen and not heard. This is not about any kind of sexist thing. The man has a wife. Where is his wife? And guess what? She doesn't like, tweet anything out or say, "Hey, I'm not going today. I want to say to Mr. Carter, blah 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 whatever. Whatever. You are a diplomat. You are a politician. You are the first lady of the former president, who still gets Secret Service security, who still gets national security briefings every day. Where is Michelle Obama? This that bullshit, bro. This is what I'm talking about. Always optics of examples to make the black family look bad on every account. He participates in this too. Look, he shows you right there. But he the one that told you to pull your pants up. This the president of the United States could not maintain his woman. You can only imagine the hell that the normal nigga is going through. Look at this. Everyone. But him, I mean, even Kamala Harris came with her man, but you didn't. You were unable to maintain that. He should have been like, hell no, you going with me to this goddamn funeral. I'm not going by myself. And you gonna go with me. He don't have that power. See, Michelle Obama represents the hard-headed black woman, stiff neck. You see? And Obama represents the weak ass nigga, the simp. Look at the optics, man. I'm picking this shit off. And looking at every other woman with their man. It's almost as if she has some kind of guilt. Or she's saying, man, I'm done with this. This game is over. You know, I need a strong man to handle this big black booty. You know what I'm saying? You know, I don't know. So in closing, I hope that I was able to provide some type of vision at where we're going with this. We're gonna stay on course. We're gonna beat on that drum. We're gonna talk about this reparations. We're gonna keep and if you haven't noticed, things are surfacing. The research committee, things are surfacing to give us more information about what's happened in the past is now coming to truth. More knowledge, more information on why we should receive reparations. Oh, it's happening. It's happening. Because this motherfucker did a number on us. And don't you forget, he did a motherfucking number on you. You don't let no suspected white supremacist stand around and talk to you about what black people are not doing, what black people don't have, what situation financially we are in. Slim, they tripped us up over and over and over and over again. And they keep selling you the same lies. Like after I pass and you pass, they're gonna keep saying that it's you did it. Until eventually they can say there was no slavery, you just not achieving. Period. They want to erase what we see today and start from scratch again. And have a whole bunch of dumbed down black people that's gonna act like fucking sexy reds all day. You know, they want to corrupt the black woman. Okay, and not all. Listen, I'm not talking about all black women. We got riders, FBA women down with this shit because they already understand. You know what I'm saying? They was able to show during the election that they understood, but it's still a large percentage that's still in the mind control by the oppressor. And as they wake up, they starting to wake up now because they're starting to see that, wait a minute, this don't look right. There's still some of them still sitting around that may be waiting on a check or two or whatever. But that's still so few minority of them. This beast is disgusting. You know, every fiber of artifacts he wants to leave behind is of sexy red, goddamn some trashy ass black woman. That's what he wants to leave for the future. That's what he wants them to see of us. It's missing the mark. But it ain't happening that way. It's not happening the way that they planned. And honestly, no matter what these people do, they can't fade us. It don't matter. We done been through everything. That's why you keep hearing Democratic shields keep saying about what the race is going to do. You keep hearing tethers talking about what white supremacy. What you don't understand is that we have survived the worst of these people. You don't understand. The God is in control. I'm just gonna tell you, God is in control, right? You see how the West is on fire and the East is on ice. Man, you don't see them winds and them turbines going through valleys. Man, he controlled everything, bruh. And what you gotta understand is that sometimes the Most High has such a bigger plan that you may not see it. You might see Trump. You might say, man, why ain't this, No, man, listen. He put Trump right there. Okay? Overnight, he's not gonna just rise up a black person just to be up in the front and this. No, he put them there. He put him there because it's a job that he has to do. Okay? Whatever that might be. It's a job that he has to do, that the Most High see that it needs to be done. God is good, man. So I'm going to leave it at that. This is Black Views, bringing you the Black news. Hit that Cash App.